reputation of video game movies has significantly improved over the past few years. From the Angry Birds to the Sonic movies, opinions about video game movies as a whole has been quite positive as of recent. As far back as 2014, there had been rumors about a new animated Mario movie, but now, as of April 5th, 2023, the Super Mario Bros. Movie is now here. Way back in October 2022, there were images floating around of a Mario for a McDonald's brand deal. This was one of our first looks at the Mario movie, and over time, more and more images surfaced of the new looking Mario in stores and advertisements. In 2021, the cast for the film was officially announced, and many people made memes about Chris Pratt voicing Mario and stuff. I personally thought the voice cast was surprisingly good. I was a little concerned when it was announced Illumination was animating it though, but I think it was pretty good at the end of the day. Although there are a few small things I didn't like very much. A few scenes in my opinion could have been redone or changed just a little bit, because it wasn't particularly funny for a family kind of movie like this. And a few more scenes focused on like spectacle and stuff should have been redone, as most of the scenes feel quite samey, which was a bit disappointing because the world of Super Mario can be so diverse and interesting, but it seemed like most of the settings were either grassy forest kind of areas, a town/village, or the Bowser lava stuff. Actually, speaking of Bowser, he was definitely the star of the film. I feel most of the cast only really did it because they knew it would do well and they'd get paid a lot, but Jack Black obviously had a lot of fun working on this. Very minor spoilers ahead, but he even wrote the Peaches song Bowser sings. And bro, just look at this man's drip pulling up to the premiere. He has a whole custom suit just for this, and his performance was genuinely amazing. Definitely the star of the show. Alright, so major spoilers ahead, because now I'm going to be talking about the actual like plot and stuff. So spoilers ahead. Now, I know I never got this in like a gaming video or whatever, but I'm being dead serious. I'm like 100% being honest right now. I predicted the beginning of this movie literally perfectly. When they dropped that plumbing commercial video, I predicted it would start with Bowser taking the Power Star from the penguins and claiming, "No one can stop me," cutting to the commercial, panning out of the TV, and then Mario and Luigi do some like odd job, get sucked into the pipe, and then get transported to the Mushroom Kingdom. And honestly, that's kind of how most of the film is. It's a fairly predictable movie. I knew from the start it would be like the Sonic movies, where it's only pretty average, just filled with like a bunch of references for fans. So, first of all, that dog scene was completely stupid. I actually hated it. It was completely pointless. There's no reason for it to exist. I think it literally only exists to fill up time, because it's like completely pointless. But like aside from that, all the Brooklyn stuff, like seeing like Mario's family and stuff, was actually really cool. I really thought that like little grandpa character in the corner was really funny. I thought he was really goofy. One thing I really didn't like though is how Luigi is like barely featured at all. Like we get to see him every now and then, but like he doesn't play a super major role until like the very end climax, which doesn't feel earned for Luigi because he didn't do anything. I did actually really like the whole Mario Kart scene, because like the soundtrack is amazing. Like the soundtrack is so good, especially in the Mario Kart part where they're like building all their karts. I really loved it there. It was like the whole Mario Kart scene from like beginning to end, I think was definitely like the best part of the whole movie. And it really reminded me how like much murder and like death is in the Mario universe, because there was definitely a lot of like casualties along the journey, especially in the Mario Kart part. But I did really like the eel from Mario 64 making an appearance, because that eel has like always been super scary to me, and like it's cool to see it again and like kind of embrace that scariness. I was also like a bit confused as to whether or not like Mario and Luigi just completely abandoned Brooklyn at the very end, because like after they save Brooklyn, it just kind of cuts to them living in the Mushroom Kingdom. But I guess Mario and Luigi just completely abandoned their family. But I don't know, they didn't seem to like them anyways, so I'd say like overall it was a 5.5 out of 10 for me, honestly. It is good and all, but for me personally, it doesn't really stand out, aside from like all the Mario stuff. As a movie, as a film on its own, it's not that special at all. And I could see why it only has like a 57% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes, because I mean it's not that interesting. Hello, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video and watching this little outro thing. Please, 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 I beg you, check out my new song, Rip, that I literally just posted on SoundCloud, like yesterday. I'm really proud of it. I think it's probably one of the best things I've ever made, in a long time, so I heavily encourage you go check it out, and goodbye.
Lies, and I bet you can't deny. Gonna break some fucking laws like I'm fucking Santa Claus. You won't call me school shooter, I'ma take the fucking meter. I don't really give a shit, I already lost it. I ain't kidding, not a bit. On your grave I'll fucking spit. I ain't kidding, I don't fucking play around. I don't give a shit, they look like a greyhound. I'm not playing, shut up motherfucker. If you don't be quiet I will fucking touch her. I'm not gonna fucking waffle while I pull up to your